For starters, the president's lying to you, claiming that Speaker Pelosi and Democratic lawmakers are mourning or defending, as he says today, trying to make terrorist Soleimani into a wonderful guy. No Democrats are trying to do that. He's also relying on brutal and propagandist imagery to make his point. We're not going to show you the images tweeted or retweeted by the president today. But among the president's retweets, a photoshopped image of Speaker Pelosi wearing a hijab and Senator Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader, wearing a turban. Separately, he retweeted an image of a mutilated corpse, implying Speaker Pelosi somehow supported the violence depicted in that picture.
Who wants to tackle that one?
There are many ways to make your points and to argue policy with those you oppose. He believes this is a re-election year. There's plenty of history and facts and data and focus groups and polling that shows this type of behavior is what hurt his party in the 2018 midterms, especially the suburban, I call it a revolt, it's actually a revolution, a repudiation of Trump in suburban America. He thinks with him on top of the ballot, it's all going to be different and this is okay?
But when it comes to Iran, the way the president views things is through the lens of media coverage. So when he sees after this strike on Soleimani, which his officials have promised him is going to get him praise, it's going to be a universally well-liked thing, the president instead sees this, and his reaction to it is not when they're questioning the timing and who approved this and who he informed beforehand. He doesn't see those as separate. He thinks that they are criticizing him for killing Soleimani, which is obviously not what is being done. Democrats and lawmakers are raising questions about why wasn't Congress informed ahead of time? Why didn't you come to Congress for approval on this? Those are the questions, but the president in his mind cannot separate the two. He says privately, publicly, clearly that he's being criticized for going after this terrorist, which he is not by anyone, I don't think. I don't think anyone is saying that Soleimani shouldn't have been killed, that he wasn't a bad actor, as you were pointing out earlier.
There are some Democrats who have said or questioned, either said they believe it makes America less safe by escalating the confrontation in the Middle East, some who have raised the question that it could make Americans less safe. That's a debate the president can engage in if he wants to engage in, but you do not have to retweet mutilated corpses or a Photoshop picture of the Speaker and the Democratic leader of the United States Senate in a way that is offensive to them and, I would assume, offensive to Muslims or Iranians or anyone around the world.
You also don't have to get into a very public back and forth, angry back and forth with a Gold Star family. You don't have to go on a campaign rally stage and mock a New York Times reporter's disability. You don't have to attack journalists both individually and as a class. There's more continuity here than there is a break. I mean, I sometimes, when I see these tweet storms, I joke, whose house did the FBI raid today? But the point of fact, it's actually, if you look across his presidency, you look across his campaign, this is how he talks, this is how he communicates. And one of the things that people don't like about it is the way it injects a lot of uncertainty, a lot of chaos, and a lot of like, well, this is supposed to be an island of control, an expression of our collective will, and instead it's sowing uncertainty, doubts, and anger. The other continuity is we've seen this from not just him, but other Republicans in the aftermath of the Soleimani strike. So he's reflecting very much the mood.
And the Democratic leader, I'm sorry, just to jump in, the response we have from Senator Chuck Schumer, who, again, we told you the president retweeted a posting in which Senator Schumer was in a turban. He says, he quotes two questions. President Trump, how low can you go? Republicans, how long can you cover up for and defend the president's actions?
And the other thing that you've seen from his tweets over and over is that whatever falsehood he's spreading, he does not ever let up on them. And I think another one that we saw this morning, or whenever it was his insistence that he will be the person who protects pre-existing conditions.
This morning.